set up real quick. I'll be right back. I want to get a clean table towel. I got so many polishes out right now. Hold on. I gotta get my black polish. Can't do black opal without black polish. Okay, so I was looking at this picture of what I want to do, and I'm trying to figure out what supplies do I need. Oh no, my light is about to fall, isn't it? Yes, it is. Let me see if it'll stay right here. All right. So this is the picture that I was looking at, right? I mean, look at that. That looks so cool. So I figured I could use these flakes that have pretty much all of those colors in them, right? Well, they're not flakes. These are actually Mylars. And I'm going to use some gel polishes. I might do some mixing and do like some, high and low moments inside the nail. I don't know yet. I'm trying to work it through in my head. I'm not, I'm not the greatest when it comes to this kind of stuff. So just trying to figure it out. So I've got these colors so far. Let me get black. Get my black here. Do I want to do? Yeah, I'm gonna keep with the P plus line. So far this is what I've got, right? Let's see what we get with that. Let's see what we get. All right, so I'm gonna start by prepping my practice nail. All right, so YouTube already started with the stupid connection issues. All right, so let me see if I can just get through it. Okay, so I'm gonna start by prepping my nail. As you know, the first thing that you do is you push back the cuticle. So let me get my magic wand real quick. I'm talking to the video. My son's in the shower. We're gonna push back our cuticles, right? You come through. What, Papa? I don't know what he's saying. Okay. All right. Then you can use the other side of the magic wand to scrape up your cuticle. If there's any skin that's stuck to the nail, right? So like after you push back, if you see some skin, some skin that's stuck on there, then you can use this and scrape it off. Okay, puppy. Sorry about that. So you can use it to scrape up any skin that's stuck on the nail. Once that's done, and then you're ready to go in and rough up your nail. Before I do that, I like to trim off the excess free edge, right? Because you're going to form the nail, you're going to add an extension. You really don't need the free edge to be that long. So I like to cut it. And it also makes for a nicer shape when you're shaping the nail or forming the nail. Okay, I just like to come in on the sides, cut that off, and then cut straight, right? So it's like a little V, and then you cut the V. Then you come in with your file and you just tidy everything up. Just so that when the nail grows out, it doesn't look funky and wonky underneath. Even though my nails do look like that because I go in with the e-file and I usually tighten up under there, so my natural nail is always looking kind of janky, like right here, and you can see. But you know, that's just me. That's how I like to do it. So we're gonna come in and we're gonna do our little prep, and then we're gonna go in with our arbor band. You can use your file. You can definitely use your file. Hello, welcome in. Welcome into the live. If you don't have an e-file, you can use your hand file to remove the shine on the natural nail. Do not apply any pressure. You very gently just take your file. You can do circular motions. You can, however you do it, just whatever you do, don't apply pressure. Please hold for me 1 second, guys, because my son is calling. All right, I apologize. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna do mine with my e-file only because it is faster. And I don't know, I just like it. So, but before I do that, let me lay down some paper towel. Even though I have a table towel on there, I don't know. I just like to use a paper towel. I feel like you can just remove the stuff, the dust and everything a lot easier, and then you can even kind of preserve your table towels that way. All right, so I'm gonna take my e-file, which is the Young Nails portable e-file, and I'm going to prep her nail. I usually do like 5 RPMs on this e-file. You could do between 4 and 6. I wouldn't recommend going any higher than that because then you're risking taking off a little too much of her natural nail plate when you do that. So just be careful with your speed when you're prepping the nail. Also, please forgive my hands. I got a burn when I was using the curling iron, and I don't know what this is. This looks like a scratch. But anyways, we're not here for that. All right. So again, I'm going to turn on my e-file. This e-file is so good. If you guys don't know, you should check it out. This e-file is amazing. It's on. You can't even hear it. You can even barely see that it's moving. It's amazing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our arbor band and we're going to go around the cuticle. Oh, I got to move this light. This light is in my way. Let me see if this is better. Okay. We're going to take the arbor band or the sanding band and you're going to lay it flat. You see, I don't know if you can see. I can't see a thing because all this glare of these lights. It's flat. You're going to hold it flat on the nail, perpendicular to the nail, okay? You don't want to go in like this because that's how you're going to cause those rings of fire, right? So we're going to stay flat on the nail. And you're going to do baby circles, baby circles, baby circles around the cuticle. to pick up any of that remainder skin that was attached right there that you kind of scraped off. You can finish removing it with your arbor band or your sanding band when you're prepping. Once you do that, you want to remove the shine on the natural nail. So you're just going to lightly have zero pressure. Let me move these polishes. I have zero pressure. I'm literally holding this light as a feather. You're just going to come through and just remove the shine. That's all you want to do, okay? And then on Sally or Alicia, her name is Alicia, I like to get these little pieces that kind of feather out. All right, so there you go. That's your prep, right? Once you're done doing that, you're going to come through and you're going to dehydrate the nail plate. Very simple. You're going to take a manicure. You're going to take your manicure brush. You're going to use some swipe. Actually, you're supposed to dust it off before the swipe, but I forgot to do that part. And then you're going to come through with your swipe and you're going to dust it off. You're going to brush it off, clean it, right? And what the swipe is going to do is it's going to change the pH balance of the nail and it's going to dehydrate it. So you don't have to go in with an additional dehydrator per se. You can just use your swipe, okay? Let me log into my other phone real quick. All right, so once that's done, you're going to see the nail starts to dry and it turns like a chalky color, right? Now you're ready for your primer or your bonder, whatever you want to call it, which is the Young Nails Protein Bond. We're going to protein bond the nail. I forgot I had a hair tie on my wrist. We're going to go ahead and protein bond the nail, starting at the free edge, working our way up to the cuticle, trying not to get any on the skin, trying to get as close as you can so that way she can have better adhesion. I see little fuzzies on here. Get that off. And we're going to do 2 rounds. We're going to hit it twice. Usually I don't do this on the practice hand, but I should get into the habit of doing it. When I work on a real person, I do. So you're going to do 2 rounds of the protein bond. And now your nail is ready for whatever enhancement you're going to do to it. You can go straight from here into gel polish. If you were going to do just a gel manicure service, you can go into builder gel. Like if you were going to do a natural nail overlay with builder gel, you can go into acrylic, you can go into hard gel, poly gel, whatever it is that you want to use. In this case, I'm going to use hard gel and I'm going to use Clear Sculptor to sculpt out my extension. The reason I like using Clear Sculptor is because this gel is like solid, right? It does not move. It has flexibility to it when you're using it to extend the nail. So it gives the ability to move it around, but it doesn't move. It could be 80 degrees in here and it's not going to run on you. So you can it. You can literally sculpt out all 5 nails on one hand and then put her under the light versus something that's a little less viscous, that's a little thinner, which will run on you and you have to literally do one finger at a time on each hand. So we're going to use that. Guys, I apologize. To those of you who watch me, I don't know what's going on with my YouTube lives. Every time I go live, this happens. And it's getting to the point where I'm just going to stop doing YouTube videos because I really can't stand it. It's very frustrating. I get kicked off all the freaking time, man, and it's annoying. And it's not my provider, it's not my internet because honestly, I haven't had issues with my internet at all this week. So it's definitely YouTube. Anyways, we're going to take the form and you're going to pinch it where it pinches right here. You're going to make sure it's even on both sides, which my form is not. So let's get another one. Hold on one let's get another form. We're going to take the center of the form. You're going to stick it to the back of the nail form. It's going to add a little more stability to it so it doesn't buckle on you. Then you're going to take these corners and you're going to line them up as perfectly as you can. You're going to pinch it. Now we're talking. See? It's good on both sides. All right. So now we're going to take our form. On a normal person, on a regular human being, you would rip it open right here so that it could fit their finger more properly. If you went to go put it on like this, because it's closed, it's not going to allow you to put the form on properly. So you want to rip that open. But on the practice hand, she's kind of the opposite of that. You want to leave it on, okay? And then you're going to make sure that your form is on straight. And then you're going to pinch. I think today I want to do, I don't know. I don't know what shape. I think I'm going to do oval, actually. I don't really do oval much. So let's give it a shot. Make sure your form is on straight. And then now we're ready to build our extension. So you're going to take your gel of choice or your acrylic, whatever it is that you're using. In this case, I'm using, like I said, clear sculptor in the pot. I'm going to scoop up some gel. I'm kind of running low in here. Now, if you're doing a dimensional nail, right, the trick to getting depth in your nails when you're doing dimension is to build your first layer as thin as possible because, right, common sense will tell you the thinner the nail, that first foundation layer is, that first layer of the extension is, the deeper it's going to look when you encapsulate it, right? So like, for example, if I build my extension very thick, then the stuff that I put on it is going to sit higher up. So when you encapsulate it, it's not going to have that depth. The lower or the thinner the nail is, the lower whatever you put inside of it is going to be. So when you encapsulate it, it's going to be deeper. Like, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of hard to show on TV, but like this nail in particular, you could see there's like when I turn it this way, you could see a thick layer of clear in there. So when you look at it, you're looking deep into the nail, right? That's what we want to do. So you're going to build your extension fairly thin. This is just your foundation. This is not the one, this is not the layer that's going to give you structure. This is just to build the extension so that you can put all your goodies in there and then you can encapsulate, right? So we're going to start by releasing the gel from our brush, doing baby circles. Then you're going to, as you start getting closer to the sides, you're going to pull the gel with your brush. You're going to turn your brush, the side that has the gel on it, you're going to turn it so it's facing upward, and it's going to make it easier for you to get in that tight corner. Once it connects, you can release and then just start bringing the gel down to the length that you want it. I don't want to do a super long nail today. I'm going to leave it like right there. Let me get my palette. Which palette do I want to use? I'm going to use the mini one. So I got the mini MJ palette. I got the big boy. Shout out to Ash Beam from Whatnot, the YN Whatnot community. She gave me the link for the big boy, but then I also got the baby. So you're going to take your brush. You're going to wipe both sides very well. And then you're going to come with the flat side of your brush. Remember, you just wiped it, so now your brush is flat. And you're going to take it and you're just going to wipe along the sides. Come on the other side, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to wipe along the side. And since I want to do oval, I think I'm going to just soften up that tip so I can have my shape already in there, okay? Once you have that, you can take your flash cure and give it a flash. Puppy, I can't use it because I have to charge my phone. Remember, that's what happened last time. You can leave it on though. You want to leave it on? You want to talk in the speaker? That's not a speaker, that's a microphone. But guess, okay, so this is what we'll do. Right before, like when I'm finishing up, my phone should be charged enough. I can take it out and then we'll put the microphones on and you can talk to the people, okay? Yeah, but then the video will end already. No, because it's charging right now. I just need enough battery to get me through the video. So once I have enough, then I'll let you know and we'll unplug it, okay? All right? Now we're going to come through with some base. And please forgive, my pots are kind of dusty because I did my nails last night. Synergy base from Young Nails. We're going to take this and this we're going to add to the whole nail from Cuticle to Free Edge. 2 reasons. 1, right? It's our base layer. You always want to have a base layer down because when you're removing product, let's say, you know, if you're doing your own nails, you decide you want to change your design in a week. You don't want to have to take everything off and start over. You can just file down to your base layer. Same thing with a client. If you're seeing clients, if they want to, sorry, I'm trying to get this light right. If they want to switch their design in a week, then this allows them to do so. So you don't have to start over. You can just file down to the base layer. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to take our base. We don't need a lot. Oh, I don't like this lighting setup. It's like, I don't know. All right. We're going to take our base. You don't need a lot of base, just a little bit. You're going to apply it to the natural nail and you're going to apply pressure. I don't want you to apply so much pressure that you're digging into her nail with the brush. You just want to fan out the bristles. Make sure that you get it as close as you can to the cuticle. And the most important part is that your base attaches to that extension, right? Because this is going to give you added support when you take the form off so that what you just built out doesn't crack on you. What I like to do is, if you can see here, there's like a little divot right there, right? So I like to take a little bit of the base and just drop it in right there. It will self-level. It'll self-level, but it will not run, right? So it'll just self-level. And you can bring it down the length of the nail. I'm going to go ahead and stick her in the light to give it a full 60-second cure. So we're going to do that right now. And then while she's in the light, I'm going to take my palette. I'm going to wipe it down real quick because I'm going to start playing around with some colors to see what I want to put in this nail because I have no idea. So I'm going to take this black because I know I'm doing a black background. So I'm taking this black polish from Light Elegance. It's called Black Tie. And this is how you can play around with colors to see what things will look like on your nail, right? Instead of having to paint it on a swatch stick or whatever, you take a palette and you drop the color on there. I'm going to do a pretty back end. Let me see if I can figure out what is causing me to like get booted off YouTube all the time. I think it might be my settings. No, I think I'm gonna do this. What's wrong, Papa? What doesn't close all the way? Yeah, because you don't have it in right. No, don't force it because it could break it. It's not in properly. No, it's not. You see this part? that has to connect down there. Now it'll close. Let me see. There. See? All right. I know that it stopped. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Let me see. All right, let's see if that helps. Hopefully it'll help. If not, I don't know, you guys. I'm about to give up doing YouTube videos because it's really frustrating to always be kicked off every 2 minutes. It makes my videos way longer than they need to. You guys don't get to see a seamless video, and it's just really, really frustrating. Okay, so there's that. Let's take off this form. We're going to start by ripping open the perforation. You're going to come right here where the gel and the sidewall meets. You're going to get under it with a tool. I would say don't try not to use your nail, but if you have no other tool around you, then hey, go for it. All right. Now, you got to find the remote. I don't know where the remote is. All right. So we're trying to do this black opal nail, right? I've seen a lot of pictures online, some beautiful stones. But this is the one that I was gravitating towards, right? So I like that. So I'm going to try to incorporate all these colors. I'm going to try and incorporate all those colors in the nail as much as I can. I have these mylars that literally has all those colors. So I think I'm going to use that. Come here, let me help you. Don't pull it because you can break it. You guys, I'm seriously considering just quitting YouTube Live. I can't handle this, getting kicked off every 3 minutes. It's so frustrating. Here. Anyways. I don't know what it is, man. I could ask Ramon. It's just, I never used to do this. And then it started doing it once. And it's like, sometimes my videos will be fine. And then sometimes it's frustrating. And I'm getting annoyed. All right. So let's see what these will look like on top of this black. Because I don't know if that black is going to show it, give it the color that I'm looking for. I think they're all just going to kind of look gold because it has like a gold undertone. Yeah, see? Well, I don't know. This was the orange one. This is the green one. And this one looks orange. And this one looks green. I don't know. Let me see. Blue. Let's look at blue. Let's look at blue. Yeah, they all look gold. Okay, so scratch that. Let's try something else. Let me see if I lay these colors down. And I may do it like this instead. Will it like bring out the color in the mylar, or is it just gonna look like gold? Yeah, I think. Oops. Because I don't want to just do black with a bunch of color. I want it to like shine, right? Because that's the whole point. We want it to shine. And then, I mean, I don't want to do glitter. I don't think I'm going to do any glitter. I think I'm just going to do that. All right, so let's go with that and see what I get. Let me polish her nail. We're gonna do black. We're gonna do a black background, right? Oh, hold on. Before I even get started, let me clean up her sides here. I want to do an oval nail, you guys. Ovally oval. I don't know why. I just feel, you know, opal, oval. I'm going to leave it like that for now. Well, I guess I can trim it up a little bit right here. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. So let's go ahead and polish her. I wonder, I gotta go look at the picture. I don't think I saw any pink in the picture. I think I just saw like oranges and greens and blues. So let's go ahead and polish her up. My Alicia is a little stiff. She's fairly new. So I'm going to have to do 2 coats of this polish because it's not the absolute most opaque polish I've ever used, but she's going to work. The polish will work for what we need it for. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and cure her. Boom, boom. You go under the lighty light. I'm going to look at this picture once again because I want to see. Yeah, see, I don't see any pink. It's just really like yellow, orange, green, and blue. All right, so that's what we're going to work with. Yellow, orange, green, and blue. I got all those colors right here. I could use that teal blue too. All right. Okay. So I got my orange. I've got my blue. My green. Ooh, yes. And this orange. It's called Wait, We Need a Pick. And it's kind of, I mean, did I say orange? Yellow. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a greeny, neon-y yellow, but I like it. It's going to work. It's going to have to do. Because I don't really have, like, the only other yellow I have is, like, yellow. Like, banana yellow. And I don't want to use that. So we're going to do our second coat. Let's do our, I'm doing that black opal I showed you, baby. It's over here on
Okay, well, bye. Okay, well, bye.
Bye, girly pops. Baby, get your stuff ready for tomorrow, please. Pretty, please. Matter of fact, can you do her gift, please? Her best friend's birthday party is tomorrow. All right, so let's cure that. And I think I'm finally gonna use my new brushes. I haven't used them yet. I keep gravitating towards my old ones because I'm kind of a creature of habit that way. But I want to cry, bro. I really want to cry, man. I do. It's frustrating. And I don't want to do this anymore. If this is how it's going to be, I really am going to quit YouTube Live. All right. Wait, what's this?
Hey, Mom, can I show you my nails?
Yeah, you guys want to see my daughter's nails?
Hang on, there's like
I don't think anybody's watching anymore because everybody's tired of getting booted off.
There's literally one person watching.
Yeah, and it's CFam.
Oh my.
That's why I said I might as well just quit. What's the point? Like, really, what's the point? Wow, this brush,
Okay.
this brush is so cute. I think I'm going to use this one then. Look how tiny this is, you guys. Look at this little brush. Wait, hold on. I don't know. I can't see. You can't even see it. It's so tiny. The little piquito,
Point.
the little point. It's so tiny. Look at that. I'm gonna use this one. This is the one from Light Elegance. It's called the Shorty, and she's a shorty. Alright, let's roll. Okay, so I'm gonna take my palette and I'm gonna load her up with some colors. Mira, can you close that drawer, please? Thank you. I'm gonna put all my colors that I'm gonna use on the palette. I know, you gotta find a remote for it, but don't use it right now. What? The barcode? What about it? No, that's not a QR code. That's a barcode. You can't scan that. You need a special machine for that. I don't have that machine. Uh, Kids, I love them. I think I'm gonna add in here also that teal color, right? So, and you don't need a lot. I'm only doing one nail. And I'm gonna use which one is this? Me Unicorn. Baby.
Oh, your pen broke.
Yeah, I did. Applied a little too much pressure. Alright, sorry. I'm trying to see if I can fix that. But no. Hold on. Oh my goodness. What is going on? No, I don't want it to be sideways. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
How do you spell sister?
How do you spell sister? Really, baby?
Girl, I don't know. Just
Oh my goodness. No, I don't want it to be like that. Hold on. There we go. All right. Sorry, guys. Technical flipping difficulties. Hey, Sugar. What's up, girl? Haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. Oh, hey, what's up, Spidey? My son has his Spider-Man sunglasses on. Okay, baby, sister. You don't know how to spell sister? I know you know. Yeah, that's how you do it, baby. Okay, well, you got it right because you got big brain energy. All right, so I got the picture here next to me, so I'm gonna look here while I got the nail here, and we're just gonna go for it, right? So we're gonna add some of this orange all over the place, and it's like some of the colors even overlap each other. So dope. And honestly, I'm not really going for perfection here. We're just gonna add them everywhere. Let me put a little bit of base on here so I can wipe out my brush in between colors. Okay, so I'm gonna run my brush through the base to remove the color, and then we're just gonna go. You know what? I think I'm gonna. No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna flash cure it. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna switch colors. I'm gonna load the nail up. And then gonna flash cure her, and then I'm gonna go back for a second round, okay? Wipe out my brush, and I'm gonna take the blue, this light blue or teal, whatever. All right, I haven't cured any of these colors yet, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna touch it with my finger because, you know, that's what we do. I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna compare it to the picture, and then I'm gonna take the brush and I'm gonna wipe away like some areas that I don't necessarily like too much. Like I feel like there's too much yellow. Right? Yeah, like through here. I'm just gonna wipe away some of that because what I'm gonna do, and it's okay, like they can blend together. I don't mind because I'm gonna come through with a second round of colors. All right. Um, let me see. Do I like that? Yeah, I kind of like that. This one. It looks like a hot mess right now, but I'm gonna make it work. All right, so let me cure this. I'm gonna cure it fully because it's a lot of color on there, and we want to make sure it does cure all the way. And while that's doing, I'm gonna read some comments. I know listen, you guys. Okay, I have a confession to make. My moderator, who's supposed to be reading my comments for me, she no longer wants to help me out. So I'm kind of I'm kind of doing it on my own. So it's a little hard. Uh, is it crackling now? Oh, great. You know, it's always something, man. I don't know, you guys. I'm about to just quit. For real. I'm about to just quit. I'm about to quit because YouTube is it's making me angry, and I don't want to be angry. I like doing nails. Nails are fun. My YouTube videos used to be fun, and now I just find myself being stressed out all the time because let me see something. If I do, no, I can't do that. Hold on, what's this? Okay. Anyways, back to it. Let me look at the nail. All right, so now I'm going to take my liner brush, my little shorty here, and I'm going to do these little lines that I see in here. But I don't think this color is pigmented enough. Because I definitely see a lot more orange than any other color in here. Like orange and that blue really stands out a lot. However, I'm not feeling these colors. I should have been more prepared, but it's okay. We're gonna see it through. We're gonna see it through. We're gonna see it through. I'm not gonna let this deter me. All right, a little more orange down here. All right, then I'm gonna take some of that blue because that blue is pretty prominent in there. Some of is blue.
How do you think this looks good?
Hold on, baby. Yes, that looks good.
Hopefully this year I actually get to have cake.
All right, what do you think, baby? This compared to this, how does it look?
Are you gonna add shimmers to it?
No, I'm gonna add Mylars to it.
Oh yeah. Well, tell me to come over here whenever you add the Mylars, because I can't judge on it without the Mylars.
Okay.
That's like asking to judge a human without like. Wait, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know what you were trying to say.
Without a face or without a personality. Yeah. You can't judge humans without their personality.
That's a fact.
Mylar is personality.
All right.
Why did I say personality?
I'm going to cure this, and then we're gonna go to. I'm gonna see if I have some flakes. Hold on, you guys. All right, I'm gonna try these. Let me try those. I have some flakes here. Hold on. And I have some flakes here. So let's see what we cook up with this stuff. Let me see. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Anyways, all right, I need blue. Got some blue. I need some green. I need some yellow. And I need orange, which I don't really have orange flakes. I might, though. I might. Hold on. Hold that thought. Those are Mylars, and I don't think that's. All right, so it's not exactly orange, but it's got a lot of fire in it. So let's give it a shot. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer of base to kind of smooth everything out and make it a little more sticky for what we're about to put in there. So I'm going to use my base. And we're just going to add a layer of base. And I'm not going to cure this layer. I'm just going to leave it. You can flash cure it for a few seconds if you would like. I don't want to because I like the way it grips onto the Mylars and stuff better when it's not. You know what? Let me try this one. Is this the same as this? No. Let me try this. Let's see how this looks on that orange. Ooh, bro, this is so pretty. Like, I don't even like orange, but this is just so pretty. See, it's just gonna look gold. It's just gonna look gold. So I'm gonna put this to the side. I don't think I'm gonna use this. Let me try this one. Let me see if this is any different. What happened to this thing? It broke? It broke. Alright, so I think this one is better. You know, I'm having all types of issues today, and it's really frustrating me. Because what the hell? Alright. I like these Mylars better. I feel like it reflects the color a little better. However, the one that I really want to use, the little tab thing broke, and I need to find another way to open it. Baby, how do you suggest I open this thing? The tab broke. Look, the little tab thing broke off of there. No, baby.
Now watch out.
It's not gonna work like that, baby. You see? Yeah, you gotta lift that one up. Lift that one up. But you gotta get the thing under
Hang
it.
on, Mom. I know what I'm doing.
All right. Okay.
No,
Let me know. I don't
no.
want your nails to pop
No,
off.
Let me do it.
Pero, nena,
You said.
wait.
you said-
Let me get the scissors. This is
No,
sharp. This is
no,
more
no,
sharp.
no,
It's
no,
thinner.
no.
Yes, baby. Let me try.
Don't open it like that.
This
Either
is
stab yourself, or whenever you do open it, everything will spill out.
all right. Whatever. I don't even care. All right. Let me try to open the whole thing.
Let me just.
No, try to open the whole thing. This whole thing comes off.
I know. Let me do that. Because it's gonna hurt if you try to do it with your hand. Mom, let me do it.
Baby.
Just let me do it. Mom, no. Let me do
All
it.
right. Go ahead. Do your thing.
With your hand. You have to get from over here.
Baby, all you have to do is open two of them and pull it up. You're getting a little too scientific here. All right. Wait. Let me do this part because I don't want the stuff to fly everywhere. Okay. This is much easier.
Mom,
All right.
it literally stains the thing.
Yeah. Fine. All right. So I'm going to try this orange. Ooh, that's a big piece. This is what we go through here in our household. So don't judge. Nope. I like the other one better. I like the other orange better. Ugh. This one.
Is your day going now?
What are you doing, lady? I see you sneaking stuff into your room. She ain't supposed to eat in her room, and she tries to just sneak stuff all the time. All right, so that's the orange. Let me try the blue. I wonder how these would look on the black by itself. Would it actually reflect the color? No, of course not. Okay. All right, I'm giving up on these Mylars. I'm gonna move on to something else. All right, come through for me, Flakes. Come through for me, please. Kind of feel like starting over, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, there's that. Green. Ooh, wow. This color. What? Put it over here. Bruh, I'm not happy. It's not coming out the way I want it. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. What can I do here? What can I do? Let me see something. I don't know, you guys. I'm not really feeling it. You think it's pretty, Shay? By the way, what's up, Shay? I'm not feeling it, man. I don't know. I'm just kind of sad because my. All right, sis. This is what I'm. All right, sis. This is what I'm trying to achieve, though. I don't know if you caught it in the beginning, but I'm trying to achieve this, right? This is what I'm trying to achieve. But I think my problem is that I added too much color. Like you can't really see any of the black through these colors. That's the problem. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna give it another try. All right. I think I'm gonna give it another try. And this time I think I'm not gonna use the polishes so much. I'm just gonna use them sparingly. All right. All right. I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna give it another shot, you guys. I'm sorry for those of you who don't want to watch. That's on you. I'm gonna start over because I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the way this is looking. So I'm going to prep the other nail really quick and make it do what it do. So let's do that. Yeah, I'm gonna start over. I can see the black too, but it's not the way I want it. I'm just not feeling it. So I'm just gonna start over. No big deal. Right? Thank God that she ain't paying me. Because if she was paying me, she might be mad that I'm starting over. But we're gonna do this because I have a vision in mind, and sis, you know me. I don't quit until I get to that vision. So that's what we're gonna do. But this time I'm not doing an extension. I'm literally just gonna use this nail. I'm gonna prep her real quick. Make sure I don't get any dust on this other nail because it's not cured. And then we'll shape it up afterwards because they're about the same length, both of them. So all right, let's protein bond. Oh, real quick, hold up. Real quick. We're gonna make it do what it do. All right, let me let this dry. Yeah, but for some reason those flakes aren't coming through. But I do have the opal ones. I know which ones you're talking about. But I don't think I have. Let me see. Like this one's given some blue. This one's blue also. This one's giving green. Let me see. I have blue. I got blue, I got green. This one's giving yellow, so I'll use that one. And then I need one that's giving orange, but I don't really have one that's giving orange. I have, let's see, this one, if I put it on black, it's going to show more blue than the orange. Let me see.
Please hold.
Let me see. This one, probably yellow. All right, let's see what this, let's work with this for now. All right, we're going to protein bond. And then we're going to polish her up. And I think what I'm going to do next time is, I'm not going to put so much of the color polish. I'm going to do 2 coats of this. All right, so let's cure this first one, and then that way the other one can cure it too, because it has a bunch of uncured base on there. And then I'm going to play around. Let me see. Where's my little palette? I'm going to see what these colors give off. Right? So let's see. All right, so this one is supposed to show green. Let me use my other brush. Okay, nothing came off. Yeah, see, that gives green all the way. All right, so this one's good. This shows like, I don't know, yellowish kind of. Wait, no. Let's see this one. Ooh, flakes everywhere. Don't breathe. Oh, see, this one's like orange. All right, cool. All right, all right, all right. Hold up. We getting somewhere. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see what this is. This one's given. Where did I get what? The flakes? Ooh, yeah. See, this is like gold. Okay. All right. And then this one is green also. So I need something that's more blue. So let me get the blue one. Hold up. This one's purple. This one is given blue. All right. So let's see. What's up, Mom? My mom's in the house, you guys. Okay, so this one's like purpley, not really blue, but I'm going to use it. All right, so I got my 4 flakes here that I'm going to use. Boom. Well, let me try this color while I'm at it, because I think this is more purple than anything. Come on. Give me a flake. All right. All right. So let's do another coat of this black polish because one coat is not doing it. Okay. And remember, you guys, when using black polish, keep your layers thin. Better to go in with multiple layers and make sure that it cures fully rather than a thick layer that's not going to cure, that can wrinkle, or you know, you don't want to have uncured gel on your nails or anybody else's nails. And then I'm just going to get this. Ooh, what? Why you turn on by yourself? Like, I'm going to use my little shorty brush to get tight around the cuticles. Okay, cool. Let's put her under the light again. My cord is kind of stuck. All right, now I need to clean up because I got stuff everywhere. All right, let's put this away. Let's put this over here for now. This is what I'm working with. And my light has dust on it, but show me one light that doesn't have dust or polish stains on it. And I'll show you a tech that's not doing their job. All right, I think that should be good. Okay. Now I'm gonna fold this up because I don't want to get any of that stuff on here. Okay, so this time around, what I'm gonna do, right, because we learned our lesson, is I'm gonna take very little of the polish and just put it in spots. Right? But like very sparingly. I don't want it to be so full. I'm gonna take one of these brushes. Okay. Then we're going to wipe the color off. The green, hold on, let me look at this picture again. The green is very, like, very little, right? So very little green in some spots. Okay. This blue, also very little. And then this blue, shout out to this blue. This is one my sister got on her nails right now. There's more of this blue than the other teal blue. And then very little yellow. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that like ombre brush and I'm just going to diffuse some spots, right? So like right here. Just diffuse some of these spots. And then other spots, I'm going to, that's not the brush I want. Where's my other brush? That shorty is too short. I need this one. God, yes. Okay. That's looking so much better. Now we're talking. Okay. Okay, and then I want to add some of this orange just like that. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. And some of this yellow. All right, bet. Now we're going to freeze that. I'm not going to fully cure. We're just going to freeze it because I still want some of that sticky layer so I can add these flakes. All right, now let's put this to the side. Hey, Tara. What's up? Tara, what's up, girl? Welcome to my live. All right, so we're going to take the flakes and we're going to drop the flakes in. What brush am I going to use? I think I'm going to use my liner brush. It'll be a lot easier. I'm going to use some base. I'm just going to lightly tap the base so I can pick up these flakes. And then I'm going to place them down. But I don't want them to be so big. Yeah, I want them to be smaller. You know what? Let me get this little palette thingy out. Look at that. Yeah. You see? When things aren't right, you go back to the drawing board and you start over. Yeah, that blue is popping. It is popping. All right, let me add this yellow right here. Bruh, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that shine, that shimmer, that when you hit the light, it shines bright. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, let me put this to the side. I might do a little more of that, but we'll do that later. Right now, we're going to do, what color is this? I think this is the one. Oh, the blue. Okay, let me touch my base. I mean, yes. I mean, yes. Look at that. Okay, I see you. I see you. I'm gonna put some up here. Okay. Tap them in. All right, next. What do we got next? Next, we got. Wait, did I want to use this one? Yes, I did. Is this one going to give green? I think this one's going to give green. Or blue. Nope, blue. That other blue. Yep. Yep. Dip it in the base. And when I dip it in the base, I'm barely touching it. It's just enough to get. All right, next. Bro, this connection issue is frustrating me to the umpteenth degree. These flakes, they're from all over the place. The majority of them are from Amazon, but I did get some from Temu. I got some from, I don't think any of these are from Gemini, but I've gotten them from everywhere. A little bit from here, a little bit from there, a little bit from everywhere. Oh yes, look at that. Who would think that this color right here, look what it looks like when you put it on black, it's gonna give that fiery orange color. I mean, wow. Yes. Too much. Too much. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Wow. This color right here is gorgeous. Wow. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know. I think I'm going to see what these other flakes would do if I add some to them just to give it a little dimension because it's kind of pretty two-dimensional right now. I want to add a little more dimension. You need all these colors. I love flakes too. I don't know if you're on our Discord, the Nail Culture official Discord channel, but I just posted um, all of my art drawers, and I literally have a whole drawer full of flakes. Thank you. See, this was try number one. This was attempt number one. I was not feeling it. This is attempt number two. I'm much happier with this one. Much happier. All right, so I'm gonna try to see um, what this is giving if I put this on there. So let's see. Oh, of course you want to pick up the most ginormous flake in the whole thing. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I need to add a base though because it's not sticking. Hold, please. Let me flash. Okay. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more base on here. I like to add base between layers when encapsulating because for two reasons. One, it helps to adhere all of your different art, but also I feel like it gives more dimension. Like those layers in between before you encapsulate, it does add a little something something. So I like to add some base and not a lot, but you know what? Let's try this. I'm gonna add a little thicker layer because this is an opal nail, right? So, but you want to be careful when you're doing this on an actual human because they will burn. They will burn. All right, let me flash cure this. Okay, now let's try this again. So I'm gonna try one of these. Hopefully not so ginormous. Oh, this one right here. Let's see. Ooh, what? You guys, look at that. Oh, my goodness. That just made me happy. This just made me happy, you guys. Puppy, something I put on this nail that made it look so pretty just made me happy. What? Okay, my light is in the way. Sorry. Oh, let me see. Okay, we can do it. But and if the battery dies, then put the charger back on, okay? Because when I'm doing a video like this, the battery does die kind of quickly, okay? Right now, it's on 40 something percent, okay? My son is dying to use the microphone. All right, my light is messing with me. Okay. Thank you. Wait, let me put it in. Let me put it in. But you can't be making crazy noises when you have. You need help? Wait, you gotta turn it on. I don't think yours is on. Push the button on the side. Okay, wait. There. Say hello.
Hello.
I might regret this. Okay, so now that I have no lights because everything today wants to mess with me and not work properly, and I can't see. Okay, much better. All right, that that did it for me. That flake right there, that did it for me. All right, now let's try this blue one. Let's see if this blue one does the same thing. Nah. We'll leave this one to the side, and I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm not even gonna do any veining. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm leaving it just the way it is. Let's see what this green is giving. That's too big. This is too big too. Okay, green. Where you at, green? Yeah. All right, I don't want to keep adding stuff. I'm leaving it exactly the way it is. Okay. All right, now. There she goes. I am going to cure that base, and then she'll be ready for encapsulation. So let's do that right now. And I'm actually going to do both nails because I want to see, where I started versus how it's going. And I'm going to leave my colors on the palette just in case I file something out. Well, actually, I'll need to use black so I can wipe them down. So I'm just cleaning my palette off while she's in the light. I don't think I'll be using any of these colors anymore. Now I got flakes all over this thing. Okay. Leave that there for now. Fold this over. She's perfect. Okay, I just want to kind of brush this off a little bit. All right, I'm going to use Build Pink in the pot, in the jar, however you want to call it. I have to be careful because my gel is running pretty fast because it's Florida and it's like 100 and something degrees already. All right, I did not pick up enough gel, which is fine, no worries. Okay, there we go. We started the cuticle, baby circles, bringing the gel around. Then you can start doing from side to side and pulling the gel down. I do both. I do side to side. I do the pull down motion. Whatever I feel like doing that day. All right. Making sure that we have enough gel to cover the whole nail. Which I guess this is why people like using the tube better, but to me, I feel like when it's hot and gel is moving fast, the tube is it's a lot harder to control the gel than when you use it out of the pot. All right, so I'm going to flash cure the gel so it doesn't run on me. And now we're going to do the other one. And then after we encapsulate both, we'll look to see if any more needs to be added. Okay. Ooh, this one's going to be pretty. Yep, this one's going to be pretty. Thank you, Sugar, for that advice because I was stuck like Chuck, bro. I didn't know in which direction to go. I really thought the Mylars were going to come through for me, but nope. Who would have thought that opal flakes were an opal nail, right? Bro. Brain freeze. Did you clip that on me?
Yeah.
Why? You're silly. All right, let's flash cure this. Papa, no, because people can hear the microphones. Here, don't play with it because they can hear the microphone when it's like rustling around, okay? Hi, Moni or Moni. Welcome to my video. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where's the clip? Okay, let me get the microphone. Don't play with the microphones, okay? Because they can hear it, Papa. All right. Don't play with it, okay?
Oh,
Take this one off and put it in there.
you take that one.
Why? I don't want this one on my sleeve. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry.
But
You want to put them both away? Okay, well then leave this one here, okay? All right. So now I'm going to look. I just put the gel on. Now I'm going to look from the side to make sure that I have enough. And I do not. Like you can see right here and a little right here is needed. So I'm going to add a little more. This nail especially is kind of flat. So we're just going to add a little more going all the way down. Now, I don't need to add too much at the free edge because we want that to be fairly thin, right? So you don't really need to add too much there. Just want to make sure through our stress area or our apex, we have enough, right? We're going to flash cure this again. Now, don't get me wrong, this design looks pretty cool, but it's not giving what I wanted. If you take that off, then I can't use the microphone. You want to take it off? Here. Hold on, guys. My son. Put this away. Here. Put that away. All right, now we're going to add just a little bit more right here. I don't really need a lot. I just want to make sure I have enough so that when I do go to shape the nail, I can get in the shape that I want without having to go back to add any gel, right? So it's going to look bulky. It's going to look thick. That's fine. That's why we have files. That's why we go in and shape the nails afterwards. If you have the talent to be able to lay the gel without, I don't even know what to say. I'm so stressed out. My thumb? Thank you. That's my tortoiseshell. My take on tortoiseshell. Because, you know, I always got to do things a little bit different than the norm. So if you want your tortoiseshell to look sick for real, before you lay down your sheer orange to start off the nail, your first layer of polish should be a gold cat eye. Activate the cat eye and then go in with your sheer orange for the tortoiseshell, and that is going to give some sick depth to your nail. You don't even need to encapsulate it. Even if you didn't do a dimension and you just left it like that, like you did it on top on the surface of the nail, it would still look so dope. So give that a shotty shot. I have all these flakes now on my nails that I stayed up till 3 in the morning doing yesterday. Yay. Yeah, the redo looks so much better. You see what I was talking about? You see, you see, you see, sis. I told you I wasn't happy. I had a vision and I was not gonna quit until my vision came to life. And I'm glad I redid it because I'm happy now. I'm happy. And I'm gonna be even happier once I file it. What, Papa? Oh, because it's not in right. You see, this part has to go down. See, that looks like when we plug in a charger, right? Because it has to, that part goes in there to charge. So you got to flip it. Like, but look, this part right here is for this. So it has to go like this. Like that. Okay. Oh, you already knew that? Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you couldn't get it to close. That's why you came over here. But okay, you knew that already. Sorry. Toddlers, am I right? All right, so now let's get out our dust collector so we can sculpt this nail. All right, so I'm gonna put away my brush. I don't want it to get full of dust. Where's my cat? Puppy, you gotta do the same thing to the other side.
I did.
Oh, it closed? Okay. All right, I am going to. It's me, Mario. All right, I'm going in with my X cut from Young Nails. I'm getting my Young Nails e-file and I'm putting it on. I usually work around 15,000 RPMs. And I'm turning on my dust collector and we're going to shape this nail up. Okay. So here we go. 15,000. I am going to start. I always start by bringing in the sides. I want to do an oval. Okay. Then I'm going to turn her hand to the side. And I'm going to go in around the cuticle. And then I'm going to do zone 1. And she's a shorty, so I don't have much filing to do. Zone 3, we're going to bring that down. Slight pressure, not much. She doesn't need a high apex. Her nail is short, so you don't have to worry about building a high apex. Okay. And we're going to look down the barrel. We're going to get back here by the cuticle. We're going to even that up with zone 2. And once you got it even where you want it, then you follow through to the free edge. Okay. I like to look at it one more time from over here to make sure everything is nice and tight. Now I'm not applying any pressure at all. I'm letting this bit, which is a sharp bit, it's running 15,000 times per minute. It's going to do the work for me, right? That's fine. I'm leaving it right there until I can come in with my next bit. Now moving on to the other nail. We're going to follow through with the same exact thing. We're going to do the sides. Bring in the sides. Okay. Then we're going to go back to our eye formation filing. Starting at the cuticle. She's kind of high right there, so I'm going to bring it down. Her free edge looks good. We're going to go back to zone 2 and zone 1. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to compare to the neighbor. I could bring it down a tad bit. See? Much better. Okay. Now we're going to look at her down the barrel. And we're just going to even everything up. Okay. You're going to look at it from all the angles, right? Now I know I got to bring in her side, her lower arches, but I'm not going to do that until I grab my hand file. I can do it with the E-file, but her plastic is kind of thick back there, and it doesn't really allow for me to get the angle that I want. So, all right, so now I'm going to switch bits, right? Before I do that, I'm going to dust her off and dust myself off because she's dusty. But at least she's not musty. She's just dusty. We're going to switch bits before you remove. We're going to switch bits before you remove your bit out of your E-file. Always dust your handpiece off, okay? Do not want to jam dust in there. That will not be good for your handpiece. E-files are not cheap, especially good ones. You don't want to do that. All right, so now we're going to take our arbor band. We're going to drop the speed. I usually go down to about a 7 or an 8. You can do 8 if you want. I used to ride it at 10, but I felt like it was burning. So I stopped. And then I'm going to flip her hand to look at client profile, right? And I'm going to tighten up the shape. We're going for an oval, so we're just going to tighten up the shape from here, oval or round, whatever you want to call it. I think this is more of a round than an oval. Okay. This one, same thing. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it back around, and we're going to do the same kind of motions that we did, the eye formation. You can do the eye formation again if you want, but we're basically just trying to smooth everything out. What we did with the carbide bit, we want to smooth it out, right? And tighten up the shape. And then I usually come here and just kind of do a half circle motion. Okay. Same thing over here. Don't worry about that polish that filed out. We're going to fix that. Okay. Now, we're done with that. Now we're going to grab our hand file. All right, we're going to grab our hand file and we're going to do our 5-point filing. So in this case, this is going to be your side walls, 1, 2, lower arches 3 and 4, free edge is 5, right? So side walls. Make sure you're grabbing that nail with your other fingers, because you do not want your, whoever you're working on, even if it's your, well, if it's yourself, it's kind of hard to do that, but if you're working on another person, you don't want them to be sore. You don't want their nail to be sore when they leave your chair. And then with a round motion, we're going to tighten up, right? We're going to tighten up that shape. You know, look at it down the barrel this way, just to make sure the shape is right and how you want it. I forgot to do her lower arches. I'm talking so much. Okay. Since this is her the practice nail, the plastic practice hand nail, yeah, you could see that orange stuff coming off there. And then the free edge, you want a thin free edge, right? That's what allows you to pick up change from the floor, pick up a credit card, pick up a bobby pin, which is what I struggle with usually. So you want to make sure that free edge is nice and thin. Okay. It's kind of hard to get an oval shape that's nice and thin at the free edge. So, because doesn't that then change the shape a little bit? I don't know. Okay. Same thing with this hand. I mean, this finger. So this is 1. This is 2. Yes, Papa. I know. I was looking for it earlier. I don't know where you put it. You had it in your hand when you were saying bye to Wella at the door. Is it over there somewhere? All right, we're going to flip her. Is it in my room? All right. Sorry if I'm out of frame. All right, now I'm going to look at it client profile one last time, because I know that there's some tightening up that I can do right here. Yeah, now she's looking good. You can also look at it down the barrel this way when you're looking client profile to make sure there's no lumps and bumps. You can surf the file. All right, I'll help you look for it when I'm done, okay, puppy? All right, same thing over here. She's crooked, so we're gonna fix her. I'm almost done, Papa. I'm literally almost done, okay? I know it doesn't seem like it, but I am. It does look nice still. It does look nice still, but try number 2 looks better. All right, so I'm looking at it down the barrel this way, and I can see some lumps and bumps in there. So we're gonna smooth that out. And her nail's gonna come off in the process. Oh, it was under the pillow the whole time? Ah, that's funny. All right, so I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. This shape doesn't want to come in for me, but it's okay. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Like MJ says, I'm gonna win. All right, let me look at it like this one more time. Yeah, it's this side right here. Okay. I think I got it where I want it. All right. Okay. So there you have it. Um, hold on. I just want to make sure that this is as perfect as I can get it. Come on, Alicia. Work with me, girl. You've been difficult all day. First, you didn't like your design. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I'm going to leave it like that. So we're going to, I don't know, man, but it is hot in here. No, like 10 more minutes and then mommy's done, okay? I promise. Pinky promise. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of late, but we'll see. We'll see, because mommy has to be up early tomorrow. Lala gotta be up early. All right, so now we're gonna. Ooh, she looking good too, though. Oh, stop it. Stop it, you guys. Did you see that shine come through? Oh, man. All right. Let me just dust her off because she's dusty. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some protein bond, and then we're going to fix the file out around the perimeter of her nail, the cuticle. So let me do that. Let me get the protein bond. This is going to look so good. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I gave it another shot. Still everything in here. So I was looking at them, and the first nail that we did, hold on, I'm fighting with my drawer right now. Okay. This first nail that we did has a lot more depth than this one because we built this nail. So I was able to get that first layer in very, very thin. Remember, I was saying in the beginning of the video, when you're doing dimensional nails, the secret is to get that first layer in very thin because the deeper your art is going to be, so the more dimension your nail is going to have. Clearly, right? Let me I'm wiping the dust off my hands. My hands are dusty. Okay, so now we're going in with Manicure Top. You can use any soft gel that has a dispersion layer or a sticky layer, an inhibition layer, because we're gonna put back the product that we filed out when we shaped our nail. That is very common. It happens when you do dimensional nails because you have you know, art or even color on the nail already when you go into shape. So it's just common sense that when you go in with your e-file or whatever, that it's going to file out. However, before I do that, an important step is you go in with your cuticle bit to clean up, and I drop down the RPM to about 5 to clean up anything that needs cleaning up. What is this under here? I don't know. Oh, hello. I turned off the e-file like a dodo head. To clean up anything that needs to be cleaned up, maybe you want to separate a little separation between the nail and the cuticle before you go in with your polish. It will make your polish job look so much smoother and seamless when you come in and you clean up that cuticle. It'll avoid like any little lumps and bumps that may still be in there. So you want to make sure that you always come through with your little cuticle bit. Sometimes I forget, and when I go to polish when I go to put in the file out, I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't, I just hit my nail. Why isn't it going on smoothly? Well, it's because you forgot to tidy it up. Tara, to answer your question, yes, you can use Mission Control. Mission Control, I don't know if you heard me, but Tara, yes, Mission Control. Mission Control, their black is perfect for chroming. If you're doing isolated chrome or anything like that, if you're doing like a whole nail of chrome, then you can use Ultimate Finish. Ultimate Finish is really good for chroming if you're doing like a whole nail. But again, if you're doing isolated chrome, then Mission Control is the one for you. Can use the white, you can use the black, whichever one, but it cures with a non-tacky layer, so it will adhere to the chrome. All right, so now we're going in with our manicure top. And we're gonna try to make sure we get it up here where we need it without flooding. Yes, you're welcome. Ooh, this one's pretty too because it has these mylars in there, and those mylars are super reflective. All right, so now what I'm going to do is flash cure her only because she's going to go under the light after I add the file out. It's important that you guys do use a soft gel top coat to do this part because if you don't, remember you have all of your roughness in there from your e-file, your arbor band, your cuticle bit, your hand file. So if you don't use the soft gel top coat before you fix your file out, two things can happen. One, you will it will be like jaggedy, right? It'll be jaggedy and it may not look as smooth. And two, you'll be able to notice. Like you'll be able to notice that you added that polish back there by the cuticle. So you want to make sure that you add your top coat first prior to doing it because the top coat will the polish will then melt into the top coat and it will blend. It will blend really nicely. All right. So then you take your liner brush and you just oh, I got a little bit on her skin, so we're gonna want to remove that. Let me just finish up real quick. And you know what? I like that I had to do this with this particular nail because if you look at the picture, I'm actually gonna go around the whole nail. If you look at the picture, that's what the picture looked like. It had like this perimeter of black around it. Ooh. So I'm just gonna recreate that real quick with this polish job right now that I'm doing. All right. Where's my little tool at? Let me clean this up. Okay. That's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Because I could sit here all day and I don't feel like doing that. All right, next one, same thing. We're just gonna add what we filed out. However, again, I'm gonna go around the perimeter of the whole nail to give it that look that I saw in the picture. Let's say typo at the tip. Huh? Typo at the tip? What does that mean? When you were using your bit. What do you mean, sis? Explain it to me. Explain to me, Lucy. I think I need to get that one a little bit tighter. Yes, okay. All right. Let's cure this. Then she's ready for some top coat, and I'm ready to end this live because this connection issue is gotten the best of me. Now I have flakes everywhere. Oh, my earphone's not plugged in. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alrighty, guys. All two of you who are still here. All two of you who stuck through with my stupid YouTube connection. Where's the top? All right, now we're gonna top coat her. I want to fix this here because I do see a little spot here that I could fix a little tighter. I would totally do this on somebody if I was working on them. I'm gonna have to. Working on Sally is a lot harder than working on a real person, or working on Alicia, I should say. All right, I'm leaving it like that. Okay, we're gonna go in with some top coat. I'm gonna use the Gotti Gold Bottle Top Coat. It is a really good top coat. My mom, when I do her nails, only uses this top coat. I like it because it is a scratch resistant, stain resistant top coat, and it's thin. It's not thick. Me personally, I like to use this one on myself, but this one is a little thicker, so it will add a little bit of bulk to your nail. So let's go ahead and top coat these bad boys. All right, final cure. Here we come. Let me just put all my stuff away. Okay. All righty. We made it through. We made it through. I didn't think I was gonna do it, but I did it. I really didn't want to do it, but I did it. It's frustrating, but I did it because I'm not a quitter. I ain't no quitter. All right, these do not need to be wiped. However, I do see some polish got on her rubber, so I'm just gonna wipe that off real quick because it's hard to get off with just a tool. And her little cuticles over here want to be messing with me, but it's okay, y'all. I'm frustrated. This live definitely tested my patience. Let's put it that way. So we're just gonna leave it how it is, because I don't want to keep you guys on here any longer. Yeah, I think I should have waited a little bit before I wiped her nails, but it's okay. All right, you guys. Let me add a little bit of this oil on here because my hands need it too. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of this oil on her. You guys, you know how I kept saying, what is this? It's the nail form that I was looking for at the beginning of the video. That's how it be sometimes. All right, guys. So let me just dust her off because she's got dust all in her knuckles. Her thumbnails popping off and everything. Look at that. Alicia, you dusty girl. But at least you ain't musty. So thank goodness for that. Okay, so here she is. Don't mind her little cuticle mishaps here. Actually, I could just come in and do that. Yes, 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 I could do that. Alrighty. All right, guys, so here you go. We did a black opal nail fail, right? This was the first one. It wasn't very successful. It still looks pretty, but it does not look like black opal, right? Because this is what I was going for, right? Let me show you guys. So, nope, that's not it. It's this. I was going for this, right? So, kind of, sort of, right? But then we came through with the retry and we did this. And that looks much more like opal. I just should have put a little more orange in it, right? A little more orange. But yeah, so there you have it. That is my attempt at a black opal nail. Thank you, Tara. Let me see. Thank you, J-Rob. No, I did not give up. I did not. I wanted to. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to. But I didn't. I didn't because I don't like giving up. I really don't. I like to test myself, push myself and test myself, test my limits and see, especially when it comes to things that are like creative things. I always go back to the drawing board and start over. And I'm going to look into this connection issue because it's really frustrating and I do not like it. But for those of you who hung around and spent your Saturday evening with me, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Y'all stuck it through. I know this looks pretty, man. Look at that. All those little opal flakes in there. Just look how pretty that looks. So pretty. And then this one is not too far behind because it has all the Mylars, and those Mylars are super reflective. Look at that. What? So pretty. But anyways, thank you guys so much for spending your evening with me. And I hope to do it again next weekend. So everybody have a safe, wonderful, blessed weekend. I love you guys for watching, and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you. Bye. Oh, yes. Yes. Tara, she has this. She has a shorter, though. Like, she has a short square, and she has this design in her nails. And then the other nails are this blue. Yeah. They're very pretty. They're very pretty. I have her on my Facebook. You should check me out. I'm on Facebook as Nails Xandra also. Yeah. Super cute. Matter of fact, if you hold one moment, hold on. Give me one. Let me see if I can do this. I don't think I can. Shoot. I don't think I can. Oh, you know what? Hold up. I'll show you, Tara. Don't go anywhere. Because she's on my page on my YouTube as a short. Look, these are her nails. Shameless plug there. A little shameless plug. But anyways, all right, guys. Phone is crapping out. So have you? Oh, that makes me happy. That makes me so happy, sis. I'm so happy to hear that. Heck yeah, man. You should get compliments. You know how long those nails took? They took a while. Ooh, Love Heap and Alpha Rose. With Me on the Sky. I just got Me on the Sky. I can't wait to use it. But anyways, love you guys. Thank you so much. I will see y'all on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.